Okay, here we go again. Let's see if I can stay on and not get chucked off this time. This is take 2 of day 5 live video in the 747 creating massive engagement and organic reach on your business page. I was saying, responding to Stuart's comment about it being poor etiquette about to actually post as your personal profile on to people, and I understand that thinking absolutely, totally. This is a new world, folks. This is a whole different ball game. We live in it's a different way of being. It's a different way of doing things. Now, I know when I was in government, and I think it's the same in corporate world. It's like you have to leave your person, who you are, at the door when you walk out to go to work in the morning. On Facebook, you don't. You take yourself, you take all of yourself, and everywhere you go, there you are. So it's a great opportunity just to just shine as exactly who you are. You don't have to put that slick front on. You can just be yourself, and people really appreciate that, because that's what makes you relatable. That's what makes you connectable, and people can connect on a personal level far better than ever before. So this is the key, or the little trick to this. You'll see when I put the content up, and I was talking about doing different types of posts, and I think, okay, I've been putting so much up. I think one of them was about about what makes a post viral or shareable content. Even on your business page, it's about personal stuff. So you share your celebrations, you share weddings, bar mitzvahs, anniversaries, births, whatever it is that you're sharing. Even things that get you down a bit. I wouldn't encourage that all the time, but I'm sure that there's a space there for saying, oh, look, I've been trying this and it didn't work. So people just know that you're real, and that's critical. I cannot stress that enough. Just be real and be yourself, and be yourself as often as wherever you can. So now, any questions about that? I'm sure we all know how to be ourselves, so we don't need lessons in that, which is cool. About section. Okay, Stuart. Yeah. Never approach people this way. Stuart saying, thanks Adair, I'm really glad you cleared this up for me, as I would never have approached people this way otherwise. Stuart, that's fine, because it's absolutely the way that's the way we're taught. It's absolutely the way we're taught. This is a whole new ball game, and you are right. We're learning new rules, and we're playing by different rules, and there's nothing wrong with sort of going, well, I think just the fact that you're being open to going, well, there are other ways of doing it, and there are more effective ways, and this is a different platform, then you'll just power ahead, Stuart, because you're open to learning and understanding how this beast works. So we did have some questions about the about section, and Michelle, I believe you found yours now, thanks to Steve's help. And again, a big shout out to Steve. I hope you're coming down tonight to the network meeting, because I think I owe you a beer for all the help you've been giving me. It's been awesome, thank you. The about section, using keywords. Now that's all. I just want to make a comment. If you're all going and having a look at your about section, the sun's back in my eyes again now. Okay, there we go, that's a bit better. So use keywords, and what you can do is figure out what keywords are best for you in your industry. So obviously if you're a hypnotherapist or a massage therapist, you would be using words like hypnotherapy, or stop smoking, or lose weight, or whatever it is that you think that people would type in when they want to find you. So not necessarily what you do. So if you say remedial massage, people aren't necessarily going to type in remedial massage. What they will do is go, my shoulder hurts. or massage for shoulder, or whatever it is that is paining them. So think about the keywords that you would use in your about section from the perspective of your client or your potential client or customer. Looks like I've got a halo there. It's slipping. I'll be choked soon. Okay. And there's the 3 sections. Sorry, I was just amusing myself then. The 3 sections. Remember, the 3 sections are number 1 is address their pain points first. So when you are when you're talking, the first section of the first paragraph is about what is enough to want to start looking for something, and it's got to be in their words. If you use I, then you've got the wrong end of the stick. So use the words you or we or you, like you. Start with the word you and work around that. Then you can put what's your solution. When you come into what's your solution, use the we. So you're working together, not I, we, and then a bit about you. So make it personal, because if you just sort of put a list of your services, it still doesn't give people any clue about who you are, what blows your hair back, what motivates you to help people the way you do. So give a little bit of yourself there, and then only then you can use I. So Craig is saying, will this work for the hashtag quotes in a message for words someone, would this work for the hashtag quotes in a message for words someone would search for? Are you talking about within a post on Facebook, Craig? Because if you are, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure that I'm actually understanding what that means. So give me a thumbs up if it is. Would this work for the hashtags in a message? So you're saying not on Google, just on Facebook. Oh, okay. In posts, if they're hashtagged and messages, yes. Craig, honestly, I haven't thought about that. That's a brilliant question. You give me some research to do. I would imagine that it would, because if you're using the keywords that would come up on Google, then those same keywords would be coming up on, we're at the Melson Lakes Hotel now. Those same keywords would come up if you use the graph search on Facebook as well. Yes, in Facebook posts. I think they most likely would be. I can't say that for 100% because it's not something that I've thought about, but I think that's a great question, and I will be following that up to see if I can get some more detail and some more a certain answer for you. The other thing I wanted to say about this is because we're working with a lot of alternative therapies and counselling and coaching people. My best advice is use metaphors. So when you're doing addressing their pain points, use metaphors. Use metaphors, because I think that's something that's going to resonate. It always resonates with people, and also the trick here is it resonates with the unconscious mind. The metaphors do. So if you can get clever about writing metaphors. And I've done actually a course in writing metaphors, so I might even add that to the suite of things that I do, and write metaphors for people about their about sections. So what do you reckon? Good idea? Yeah? Enough if you think that's a great idea. So okay, Craig, thank you. I've started to use them, and also signing off with my name and posting as your business name and signing off as your own name. Yes, Helen, metaphors are incredibly powerful. All right, so it's just left without me. 2 more things. Let's see. I think it was Elise. You said something about live video. I'm just going to unplug this. Live video. Go back and have another look at this morning's video that I emailed out, because Paula, that's the one thing you had trouble with. And what was that? What was the one thing? Oh, you need some help with metaphors. Yes, I did a course in metaphors. So that's actually, like I said, I could add that to the suite of things that I do. This is what you call taking your business mobile with you, isn't it? Brilliant. I love it. So yeah, Paula, I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. I think helping people with metaphors might be something that would be a excellent little sideline for me. Or Helen, you could do it. You can write metaphors. There's probably a few people in this group that could do that for people, because that's what we're trained to do. We're trained to make them up on the spot, actually. Let's just see. Oh yeah, sourcing live video. You can source. Can you get the door for me? Thank you. Source live video from Facebook. Because even if you, let me just see other videos. Okay, so if you're sourcing live video from YouTube, Facebook isn't going to show. Hey, here's the gang, hang on. You should be on my live, come on. There's Leonie and Jan. And Savitri and Jenny. And Dylan, come this way, huh? Anyway, half the group's here. They're all, hang on, check this out. Check this out, guys. They're all getting stonkered. Yeah. Okay, hello. Oh my God, I didn't recognise you. You've got hair. So I'm going to find a quiet place and finish my live videos. In the gaming room. Yeah. Oh dear, it's like a family reunion. Half of them, the people that are in the group, are also here for the network meeting. This is awesome. I love this stuff. All right, let's go. Live video. So it's best, so Elise, in answer to your question, live video is best sourced from Facebook, because if you go to YouTube, and even if you download it as an MP3 and then re-upload it, then you will, we're going upstairs, are we? Okay. Steve's in the front bar. Steve, are you watching me live from the front bar? Oh, there's people waving. There's Tony and I goes, hi. She's only had one sip of her wine, so. Oh no, she said. Oh, that's funny. Okay, they're all going upstairs now. Let me finish this and I'll be out there with you. Okay, so best source from Facebook, because if you download it, oh Steve, bring your wedges with you. You can eat up there. So if you download it from YouTube and then re-upload it to Facebook, it's very, very difficult to credit the source. That's point number one. Finally got there. So you can't credit the source, but if you if you don't credit the source, I think that I really have a problem with not being able to credit the source. So just taking stuff and saying it's yours, even inadvertently, is not a cool thing to do. So, and if you put a YouTube link, copy and paste a YouTube link directly into your page or your personal profile, then what will happen is Facebook won't show anyone, because they don't like YouTube. They don't think that YouTube. Hello, yeah, upstairs. From the welcoming committee. So sorry about that. So any external links, whether it's from YouTube or any other external source, Facebook don't like it. So particularly with video, if it is loaded natively to Facebook, then Facebook are going to show more of it. And if you can find, like I did in the email this morning, in the video this morning, and I showed you, download it from a page, get ones with over 1 million likes, lots and lots of shares, so you know they've got viral content in them, and as long as they're appropriate and suit the purpose of what you're doing, re-upload them and source it using the @ symbol. And then what you can do, when you'll find that there'll be a lot more engagement and a lot more people liking, commenting and sharing on that particular video, which will give by default your page more exposure. So then you can post other videos, start posting your own content. It's part of a broader strategy to get yourself out there and get yourself known, and it works in the back of the shop. Don't know exactly how it works with the algorithms, but I know it works, and I know it's the one thing that got me really high levels of engagement and exposure on when I was first starting out. And I was going to show you one of the posts, but I'll have to do that. It won't be tomorrow night, because tomorrow night's live video will quite possibly be from the beach. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. I do want to show you this phone call, and I'm going to reject that and keep going. It says my connection's weak, so I'm probably pixelated, but you probably hear my voice okay. Now, hashtags is the other thing I wanted to go over. Hashtags used for searching and locating trending topics on Twitter, and they YouTube group topics together, or group themes together, such as, you know, like cooking, or things like fitness, or different things like that. So hello Neil, you're wondering where we were? I'm sorry, I'm live on here. Meet Neil. Neil, there we go. Neil, you're in the 747 accelerator group, aren't you? Yes. There's another one here, and oh look, here's Tony. Have a wave. I'm doing the 704 Live. Hello, how are you? Hey, all right, how are you? Peter, Paul, Mary. Okay. Oh, we better go up there soon. No, it looks like half the group are here. This is awesome. This is really, really fantastic. So the jury's still out on hashtag on Facebook. Now, the reason for that is because nobody really knows how to use them. They didn't originate to Facebook, but they came into Facebook by default almost, because people just started using them because they were using them on Twitter and Instagram, that sort of thing. So with the hashtags on Facebook, hey, how are you? Hang on. It's Steve. This is the most helpful Steve. There we go. Mo man we call him. Most helpful Steve. Thank you, Steve. Big shout out to you. Oh yeah. I'll see you upstairs. Okay. So using hashtags on Facebook usually is done gratuitously. Paula, yes. Okay, Craig, Tony and Paul, and Paula saying yes, you have to come down next time. It's every Tuesday fortnight at the Mawson Lakes Hotel. It's great fun. We're too. Using hashtags on for Facebook, I use them in groups to, like the Q&A, to search for common themes. If you do them in the graph search, if you did like I suggested in the post, if you just do hashtag Love My Life, you might find that there are there's a list of posts that come up that have a common hashtag that you can have a look. So one way you could use that for is if you are if you're looking for a specific post, or if you're looking for a specific theme, you could use the hashtag in the graph search to search it. But really, there's no, I don't think that there are, yeah, just go, no, it's only aimed at me. No, so we've got another one coming in. Okay, so, so that's it for the hashtags. Any other questions, put them in the group. I think that sort of covered them as much as I can. And again, in the boot camp, we'll be going through these sorts of things in depth, especially the live video, because there's so many. And I know Paula was so frustrated with the ODS system, and I think boot camp is designed to go deep on those sort of things. In the 7-day course where we're doing a few minutes a day, it really is difficult to get that level of depth that you need to be able to get, or can give you enough here to get you up and running, but the depth of it and diving deep into these particular subjects, that comes in the boot camp, which is happening on the 23rd of January. So groups to create artificial engagement. Julie, you made a mention about that. I think that's a great opportunity for everybody to have a look at it. Again, it does take time. Julie, if you would like to just, or anyone who does this, if you do find groups that actually do respond, like, because there are some groups where people will just put the link to their page, and then they'll maybe like your page or like a post or leave a one word answer or one word comment. What I try and encourage is everybody to go in and add as much value as you possibly can to everybody else's page. So don't worry about your own. You just get in there and you get all over those pages like a rash, and you make sure that what you put there is valuable, useful, and it makes you stand out. So you don't worry about what anyone else is doing. You just make sure you stand out. So if you want to be, I used to say to my kids, if you can't be a good example, be a horrible warning. And I was a horrible warning for a lot of years. But what I want you to do is be a good example. So I want you to set the example that you would expect someone else to do on your page. Now this is a tough call, because what you might find is that you're giving, and then no buggers actually coming to your page and giving you value back. But eventually the tide will turn. The other thing that you'll notice, instead of whinging about other people, what they're not doing, you focus on what you are doing. I feel like mum giving you a lecture here. You focus on what you are doing, and then once you're focusing on that, then what will happen is that people will remember you, because you give them such great value. You make reasonable comments, you try and encourage discussion, but having that idea that you can just get in and out as quickly as possible really is counterproductive. If you want to increase your organic reach and your engagement on Facebook, you must go and do it first for other people. So make it easy for them to engage, make it easy for them to increase their organic reach, and it will come back to you. So give, all right? So I'm going to head up now. They all sound like they've been partying all day. I'll find some water and maybe a peppermint tea. Not that I'm pious about it at all. I wish them all the best of fun. Is there any more questions? Stuart, great advice there. Thank you. Any more questions before I sign off? My arm's getting tired. I'm standing here holding it. I need a selfie stick, I think. Any more questions? No? Okay, well, on that note, I'll leave you with it, and I've got another video coming out in the morning, and that we're looking at actually making your content beautiful. So that's tomorrow's content or topic of the day. And then tomorrow night I will be coming to you from Largs Bay, if I get down there, going to the beach to do a full moon meditation with the lovely Carrie from Manifestation Divine. She should be here, but she's not, but I'll give her a shout out anyway. And we'll see you we'll see you at the beach tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Adelaide time. All right, bye for now.